So yesterday, for the first time, I was clued in by an elderly man at the polling station that I was passing in public. When he started a casual, friendly conversation with me about how I'm super tall, and he was asking me if I played basketball or volleyball at the nearby university. 60 seconds later, he took his card up to the machine to vote, and statistically, given his demographic by about 30%, he spent that time voting for a president who openly states that my identity is a symptom of mental illness, and a senator who has almost exclusively campaigned on stirring up fear and hate for me and my community. I was in my favorite outfit. I had spent time on my makeup and my hair. I was wearing my favorite shoes. I was wearing my favorite jewelry. I was wearing a push-up bra to vote. I wonder if he knew that I was trans, how he would have talked to me differently. And if I had told him that after we'd had that conversation in which we were smiling and laughing with each other, if he would have realized that I'm just another human standing here, sharing the world with him, or if I'm actually the demon that those commercials say that I am, and I'm trying to invade little girls' locker rooms or cheat at sports. This isn't fair. It isn't fair of them to try to take away my rights. It isn't fair of them to dehumanize me with these baseless accusations based on their fear and not on anything me or any other trans person that I know has ever done. It isn't fair that I have to worry about the reaction of anyone I meet and what they're going to think about my own identity and my existence in front of them. It isn't fair that I'm expected to have tolerance and understanding and patience from groups of people who don't have tolerance and understanding for me. And they aren't expected to for some reason. It's not fair that in a situation that's already so difficult, people go out of their way and spend time and money just to make every step more difficult for me. But it doesn't affect them at all. It isn't fair this is happening to me at all. I didn't choose to be like this. I'm not doing this to anyone. All I want to do is exist and be able to do it openly and free in myself the way that everybody else, at least everybody else should. I know that trans people aren't the only marginalized community. Why is this happening? Why do so many people support it, and why do so many people tolerate it even if they don't? Here I am. I'm not wearing makeup. I'm wearing clothes that I purchased when I identified as a man. I'm not wearing jewelry. This is what I look like. Am I any different than I was yesterday? Is there something about being able to see my beard shadow that means I deserve more rights? If I walk around tomorrow and drop my voice and start talking like this and start introducing myself as Dylan again, is there something that makes me inherently more human and deserving of compassion and empathy? A close friend of mine that I care about deeply last night told me that for the first time in her life, the very first time, she felt like she had a reason to live and a life that she could look forward to, and that it was all being ripped out from under her. Why is it fair for people to try to take that away just because they're uncomfortable seeing us exist in public? I used to be a worse person. I drank. I was an alcoholic for a long time. I wasn't aware of the ability to generate self-worth or value, and I did so by needing it from other people, and that was unhealthy for me and them. I wasn't able to hold a job or a relationship or even a living situation because I just felt there was something wrong with me. And I thought, oh, I don't like my job. So I put it at that, or there's relationships and problems that everybody has. And I think that's got to be it. That's got to fix me. And I didn't understand why I never felt different, why I never felt better, even though I fixed the problems. The day I accepted my gender identity, I stopped drinking. Like, I didn't try. I didn't think about it. I only realized that I wasn't problem drinking anymore because I came home with my daily 6-pack and couldn't fit it in the fridge because the fridge was full of beer because I hadn't realized that I hadn't been drinking all of my beer because there had never been beer left from one of those 6-packs before. I don't want every single day to end as fast as possible anymore. I love my life. I love my community. I love waking up every day and looking at myself in the mirror for the first time. And I don't ask for anything from these people. I might ask them to call me by a name that they don't know any other name in the first place. I might ask them to use pronouns that they might not think to immediately, but if doing so causes you in real emotional distress, that's not my fault. I didn't cause that. I might be the person that it's directed towards, but those issues were there long before I came out as trans, and it's not my responsibility to hold the hand of every single person I meet and unravel their prejudices and internalized hatred. And I don't understand why I have to fight for these rights at all. I don't understand why everybody has to have a problem with me just being myself, taking up the same space everybody else does. I want to go to the store and buy groceries without fear of somebody confronting me. I want to be able to go to the bathroom in public without fear that somebody will confront me. And I don't know what they think we want to do in the bathroom, but I can tell you that every trans person in the bathroom of their gender identity is more scared of you than you are of them. And they should be. I spent all of last night going from friend to friend, comforting them as they woke up in the night and remembered what was happening. And when they asked me, why do they hate us so much? I didn't have an answer. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand what my identity did to be so offensive to you that you would go to such efforts to make my life harder, that I feel now that I have to pack up all of my belongings and move out of my state just to be safe somewhere. I mean, and it's not even, and it's so far beyond my access to medical care, my recognition on my documents. I'm talking about my physical safety from people. And we can argue about, oh, well, this was campaigning and what can they really do and how fast can they do it and are they even going to bother? But the fact of the matter is, last night, more than half of the people in this state and country voted for people who openly campaigned on hating us and were okay with that. Do you know how deeply that hurts? Do you understand the pain me and my community is going through? To know that in a time where we finally feel happy and valid and like ourselves, that we know that more than half of the other people out there don't want us to feel that way. And I don't understand why. And I want somebody to tell me. Because this isn't fair. And it's not my fault. So why am I being punished?